Oh, Twitch crashed. Huh. Huh. I'll keep the stream running. From my point of view, it looks like the stream crashed. And Twitch is now not available at this moment. Aha. Okay, you are still here. It's just my other PC can't find Twitch. That's kind of a problem. Let's try that again. This site cannot be reached. Okay. Aha. Okay, you are still here. It's just my other PC can't find Twitch. Let's try that again. Huh. Okay, that's weird. I'm gonna mute that. but I am not going to be able to see everybody's chat for a minute because for some reason my backup PC doesn't want to find Twitch TV. I'm going to restart it. So, in the meantime, I'm done loading the chaser bin with seed. And I just stabbed the wall. There we go. Drop that there. Back up. That down there, and put that back in there. So we now have 13,000 seed in that. I'll put the lid back on, start the engine. And I can put that back in the shed. So green tank on the left contains liquid fertilizer, and then the white chaser bin contains solid fertilizer. And then the mobile tank contains diesel. And we are done with that. Truck looks reasonably clean. Oops. So I can put that thing away too. And there we go. Okay. Twitch is back up on the monitor PC, so I can see what people are saying. Yeah, Twitch crashed. So that wasn't actually anything I did. It just completely all failed and went blah. I finished loading the chaser bin with seed. You're doing that. You can come off a helper. I'm going to take over. We will run with the markers on, and actually we will put seed down as well. So the little arms on the side of the seed are markers that you can use to line up the tractor to efficiently lay seed in the field. I'm also using the compass at the top to try and maintain as near a true north as possible. So we lift the arm up, then we do a full 180-degree turn. And then the way this works is we line up the ridge on the tractor with that ridge in the field. And that should put us exactly in the right position for the next pass. That arm goes down. Oops. Let's try that again. And all I have to do is follow the ridge that the ridge marker left. And I am seeding the field as precisely as I can. And I like the GPS mod, and I do have it installed on this game. So rather than messing around with the ridge marker, I could actually be using the GPS mod. So how does the GPS mod work? We will turn around. Line the tractor up on the ridge. And this time we'll activate the GPS. So GPS is currently set to run east-west. I hit that button there to run north-south. I need to auto. Oh, that's a mess. Let's drive forwards a little bit so the entire thing is at least a little bit straight. Auto, there you go. So I move that red line so that it's running right alongside the previous crop line. Zero out the offset, which I think is that. So we will now follow the green line. I activate that, which programs the tractor to follow the green line. I lower the seeder, and off we go. And hands-free driving, all I'm using is the accelerator to set speed. I could put it on cruise control. Looks like I missed a couple of bits with the ridge marker. This is a layer of fertilizer effectively, so I'm not going to be bothered about filling those in. Yeah, before GPS, oh, I am going to go back and do those. Before GPS became available, I commonly used the compass at the top of the screen to figure out where my best line was. I would usually steer about half a degree off true back into the parts of the field that had already been worked to ensure that it was all covered. Most of the equipment in the game does have a slight over you're actually planting seed outside of the width of the machine. That's what I'm trying to say. So there is some forgiveness there. Oh, and see, I've dragged it off there. That's good enough. I'll lift that so I can move faster. And we'll drop it there. Farmers should not be OCD, because otherwise you end up going back and doing bits you really wouldn't normally do. So I'll pull over here, and as I get there I re-engage the GPS. Yeah, and note to self, lower the cedar head. Right, lower the cedar head, there we go, and off we go. So you see on this side of the red line there's actually some seed laid already. This is laying very slightly over that line. But if you're worried, you can reduce the work width using that. So I could go to a strict 12 meter rather than 12.1. Unfortunately, what that does is it resets the path in relation to that edge of the field over there. It recalculates the entire field as 12 meters wide rather than 12.1. So it's not the sort of thing you want to do midstream. The little chirps indicate you're about 5 meters from the end of the field. Oops. Oh, I did lift that up, okay. Well, when Farm Sim 19 comes out, I'm pretty sure we won't have GPS. Probably won't have the Cumbers mod, so we're going to do this by eye. So having the ridge markers is a useful thing. The crazy thing is the ridge markers cost more than a GPS. Okay. Turn off the GPS and put that back on a helper, jump to the class. What happened? Oh, you're there. There's always a bit at the end that gets missed. I'm not sure why that is. And we didn't lay this up right, so we missed the edge. The ridge markers in Farm Sim are usually installed on equipment that they're installed on. They're not a purchase option. I mean, obviously in real life they are a purchase option, and they can be an expensive purchase option. To adjust my view angle. There we go. And maybe zoom out. Missed a bit. And missed another bit. But there. Honestly, I don't know the state of courseplay. I mean, it relies on being able to read the database for the map in order to plot where you are, where the boundaries of the fields are, where the walls are. And we missed another bit. As I was saying in my previous stream, we'll probably get things like a real-time clock and compass and what have you, because they're kind of simple to program. And it's the sort of thing someone who's learning how to program can write and add into the game and then say, hey, I can make this available to everybody, without really having to know a lot about how the game works. You just need to be able to work on the the user interface. And I'll park this round the side. And we definitely need to refuel this tractor. Okay. Is that good? Can't tell, the tree's in the way. Yeah, let's back up a little bit more. Okay, you are not fouling the clearance, so we are good. 6:15 in the evening, we're done with the class. And that's going to be a while filling. This is an expensive tractor to run, especially on gasoline. I think I just serviced it, so it's good for, 24 days. I think I serviced that this morning. I filled it with diesel this morning, so it's done a lot of work. There we go. $560 or pounds in fuel. Yeah. You are done. Okay, who's next? Ouch. Okay, we'll go 11.9. Need to reposition the outside. Turn it on. I'm running 6 days per season. Now what I found out about animal feed is that at the beginning of each season it calculates how much food the animals need for the entire season, then divides that by the number of days in the season. So if you run a 24-day season, you need far less feed every 3 days than you do if you're running a 3-day season. Because a 24-day season has, obviously every 3 days is 1/8 of the season, whereas a 3-day season is the entire season, so you have to give the animals their entire feed on that, almost on that first day. So it doesn't cost you any more in food to feed animals, no matter how long the season's going to be. Which is kind of nice to know. quite frankly, looking at the weather, I need 6 days. Because looking at fall, I have a cloudy day on Monday and a sunny day on Friday, and every other day in fall is going to be wet. And the crops usually take quite a number of hours to dry out after the rain stops. So that's going to seriously hamper the harvest this year. I think last year it was 50-50. 3 days of rain, 3 days of sun. Really don't want to be dragging that along the fence. Anyways, coming up to 10 o'clock, so once I'm done with this field, I'll position this tractor up to sow the next field. I'll probably skip the night, and then next stream we'll start off with the seeding and see what other jobs are going to need to be done on the last day of summer. I set the clock speed to 120 and let the days run. Obviously every couple of days I need to feed the animals, but winter is pretty much sit at home and keep warm by the fire. And I think that's what most people do with seasons. They just skip winter entirely. Which is where some of the other farming games maybe have an edge, because you play from maybe March through to October, but you skip the rest of the year because there's really not a lot you can do. I think one year I did do some forestry during the winter, but I am done with forestry for this game year. I think I chopped down about 200 trees, so and I've only got one forest left that's available for cutting right now. Even after 4 years, that first forest I cut down is not ready to harvest again. Okay, that I believe is all done. I may run round the field and take a closer look. Let's fold that up. The lights are on. There we go, the lights are off. Oh, let's turn GPS off too. I can't remember whether I missed the end or overlapped the end. Certainly didn't miss it. Okay. Now, as far as logging is concerned on this map, I am probably done completely, and that's entirely because of how close we are to Farm Sim 19 coming out. Okay, I'm going to park this up here in preparation for tomorrow. What else did I say I was going to do? Actually, that's going to need service soon. That's going to need service soon. That's going to need service soon. We can do that when it's raining. Okay. Did all that. We're going to need to feed the animals first thing tomorrow. Oh, I was going to fast wind time. That's right. If there's nothing else that needs to be done. Nope. Nothing that needs to be sold. Great demands on potatoes and soybeans, and we don't have either. So we'll save. We will fast wind time to 8 o'clock. Can I reach the top of the hill before 8 o'clock? And that's the view overlooking the main farm. That's where the cow farm is, and the sheep farm is behind that forest. And it's 8 o'clock. And do I want to go to 5:48 or 6 o'clock? Let's go to 5:48. Sun sets. Sun rises. Still making a loss overnight. And crop states. We are not ready to harvest that or that. I don't think those are going to be ready either. Visit. Moo. Okay. So these are all good. For now, it's the 6th day of summer, so we won't have any grass to cut yet. The last thing to check is the animal feed, and I'm not going to do that until start of the next stream. So yes, we're going to need water. Going to do a grass cut somewhere. Power food. Lots of food for the pigs, plus water. Animals use a lot of water during the summer, much less during the rest of the year. And we are going to have to drop a bale in there. We have 14 eggs to collect. So total we've done 3,400 bales since the game started. And 660 trees planted, 625 chopped down. That's a lot of forestry. In that session, we did quite a lot of work. Seed usage. See, oilseed radish doesn't use a lot of seed. Wow. Okay, that's a lot of silage and stuff. Anyway, thanks for watching, and I'll catch you next time.